That was a real improvement of lap time for Albon when it mattered most. He puts Behrman to the brink of elimination and he drops his teammate into the drop zone. Sainz, Perez, Ocon, Bottas, Stroll and Alonso heading out. A fine lap for Hülkenberg, who moves up to P5. The top 11 did not run again at the end of this session. Ocon goes to 15th. Behrman responds to drop both Williams down into the bottom 6 at the moment. Here's Fernando Alonso, who has conjured some absolute magic when it comes to qualifying around here in the past, but even by his standards, it would be very, very difficult, and he finds himself behind Stroll for the first time in over 40 races. With the checkered flag out, Lance Stroll will out-qualify Fernando Alonso. Perez gets to 19th. He will out-qualify Valtteri Bottas. And Esteban Ocon and Alex Albon couldn't find the improvement at the last. It's Ocon, Albon, Perez, Bottas, Stroll finally out-qualifying Fernando Alonso, who will start his home race at the back of the field in 22nd place. Lawson going well and moves up into 8th place. Now let's see what Hülkenberg can do as he rotates around the 14th and final corner. He gets inside the top 10, and Lindblad will need a lap to continue his feel-good weekend. He's had success here in Formula 3 and Formula 2, but he needs a response, and he is mired in the pit lane. Arvid Lindblad knocked out. He looked capable of the top 10, but that's not worked out. Ollie Behrman won't make it through into that session. What about Bortoleto now? An improvement, but only to 12th position. And now it's going to have to be something special if Gasly's going to make Q3 for the 6th occasion in his Formula 1 career around here, and he hasn't got the pace in the Alpine this weekend. What about his teammate? The Argentinian driver, Franco Colapinto, opens the active aero and out-qualifies his teammate, but it's only in 13th place. And Hülkenberg has managed to make it through into Q3 for the first time this season for Grand Prix qualifying. Lindblad, Bortoleto, Colapinto, Gasly, Behrman and Sainz are the drivers to be eliminated. And now we have a red flag at the exact moment that Piastri goes top of the pile. Lando Norris's lap will not be able to be completed, and that will be stripped away. And Charles Leclerc has gone off into the barriers, and he was hustling the Ferrari, the updated Ferrari, around the turns. And once again, Charles Leclerc is into the barriers.
Let's just go on board as he approaches the braking at turn 4, slows the car down towards the apex, and he's going to have a snap here. Ah, yeah, he has just got more torque than he's got grip, and as he's corrected, we see that sort of counter correction and straight into the barrier. Very, very unusual to see a race car crash there. And then he's just over optimistic on the amount of grip as he got a little bit wide from that first correction of oversteer. Stayed with the commitment, kept the power in, and then at that point he's thinking, oh no.
Poor old Charles Leclerc, that's the end of his run in Q3. Out wide onto the dusty part of the racetrack. Tried to gather it together, but that is a high-speed moment. We've got 4 cars out on the circuit at the moment. Antonelli can only go 3rd. Look at that middle sector. Russell repeats what we've seen all weekend long. That DC is where he has been devastating compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, and he's fighting it though as he goes through the final hairpin at 12. One more corner to go. That mighty middle sector might have taken a bit much out of the tyres as he runs for the line.
George Russell to provisional pole by 0.03 of a second. It was a fine lap for Piastri. Norris will wait until the track is at its best. Charles Leclerc is in the wall. His teammate Lewis Hamilton goes to 6th position. Isaac Hadjar also putting a time on the board. Good enough for P5 at the moment. Kimi Antonelli started 6th on the grid here last year. He has an improvement in the first sector. At the key moment of Q3, Antonelli is up on his rival for the title's time in the first third of a lap. Antonelli heading to turn 10. This is crucial. He's found that second sector improvement that Russell has made a hallmark of his weekend. Hustling the car. It's animated. It's underneath him. And Antonelli is on for provisional pole if he can keep the speed through the final 2 corners. But Russell is improving as well. The 2 Mercedes going for pole position. Kimi Antonelli looking to hit the front of the field again. He's beaten his teammates' original time by a 10.5, and now the pressure swings to George Russell, who is looking to return to pole position. Will it be his third of the season? Russell strikes back and takes provisional pole away from his teammate. No improvement sector 1 for Lando Norris. Middle sector and final sector get him ahead of his teammate, get him to third. Piastri is 0.2 of a second away, and DC, that car is all over the road.
Yeah, he's having to fight it. The tyres are overheating as he got low downforce through that section. Verstappen is quickest in the first sector, a little bit down in the middle, but this final part of the lap for Piastri looking a bit messy, lines up behind his teammate Norris, so it really comes down to Verstappen quickest in the first, Hamilton quickest in the second. Let's see.
It falls away for Max Verstappen in that third and final sector. Middle part of the lap for Lewis Hamilton is very strong. Hadjar goes to 5th position behind his teammate. Lewis Hamilton in the Scarlet Ferrari gets to the front row and misses out by 0.06 of a second. Where did that lap come from? Unbelievable. It's Russell on pole position, but a resurgent Lewis Hamilton misses out by 0.06 of a second. His best lap of the weekend by a mile. Reserved for the end, George Russell takes pole.
That's it. Nice work, mate. Pole position. Great job.
George, how does it feel?
Nice to feel the groove again.
And for the first time this season, Kimi Antonelli will not start a Grand Prix from the front row of the grid. Hamilton and Russell will occupy it. Ferrari came good at the end with the 7-time champ.
And we are P2, Russell P1.
Good job, guys. I lost that. In turn 1, bit deep.
Less from 1/10, Alpha 10th from P1. Well done.
Great job, guys.
Okay, give me stats at P3. Lewis has split us, so it's George P1, Lewis P2.
Yeah, copy that.
What a lap. What a lap.
So many saying it's make or break, and he delivered under the high pressure of Q3. Antonelli took it away. His old teammate pushed him close, but he responded to both. Charles Leclerc found the barriers, Lewis Hamilton found the front row, and for the first time this season, Kimi Antonelli is not on the front row of the grid for a Grand Prix. George Russell's the driver to beat. He goes from pole tomorrow.